£144. That is the exact profit this entire 1,000-acre farm made in a whole year. You've probably spent more than that on a single tank of diesel. But here is the number the television show never mentioned. £30 million. Because while everyone was laughing at a celebrity failing at farming, Jeremy Clarkson was quietly pulling off the greatest accidental property deal in modern British history. And right now, every single professional property developer who looked at this land in 2008 and decided it wasn't worth touching is probably screaming into their pillow. Most people think they know this story. Celebrity buys farm. Celebrity is terrible at farming. Celebrity makes a hit TV show about it. It's a tidy, simple narrative. It's also completely wrong. Because what Clarkson actually did, without a single property consultant advising him, was buy the single most valuable type of land in England at the single most undervalued moment in the last 20 years. To understand why, we have to go back to 2008. The global financial system was melting. Lehman Brothers had just collapsed. Anyone with serious money was desperately trying to turn cash into something real, something you could physically stand on, something the government couldn't print more of overnight. In 2009, Clarkson wrote a newspaper column arguing that buying land was a better investment than any bank, primarily because the government couldn't take it when he died. He claimed the real reason was just wanting to shoot pheasants, but he led with the tax angle because shooting birds looks bad in print. He bought 1,000 acres of the Cotswolds during a historic crash for somewhere between 4.5 and 6 million pounds. No one cared. He got zero credit for it. Why? Because the media was obsessed with the narrative of the $144 profit. For 11 years, Clarkson did nothing with the land. He was too busy shouting about supercars. But in 2019, his tenant farmer retired, and Clarkson decided to manage it himself. What followed wasn't a master business strategy. It was pure boredom and stubbornness. And this is where the property story gets genuinely bizarre. Enter the West Oxfordshire District Council. They came after him almost immediately. They shut down his restaurant. They banned him from selling non-local goods. They refused his car park, leaving local lanes choked with visitors' cars. Every setback was filmed. And here is the profound property insight everyone misses. The planning system fighting Clarkson is the exact same system keeping him incredibly wealthy. You cannot build on this land. You cannot put a distribution center, a housing estate, or a retail park here. The heavy restrictions that drive Clarkson mad are the very reasons his land is irreplaceable, hyper-scarce, and worth more every single year. The council, by trying to protect the Cotswolds from Clarkson, was aggressively protecting the value of his asset. They were doing him a massive financial favor. They just didn't know it. By the time these planning wars became global television, Diddlysquat wasn't just land anymore. It was a brand. Let's stack the numbers. The land, worth an estimated £12.5 million today, up from £5M, a solid standard return. The pub, the farmer's dog, purchased and renovated for less than £1 million. It now employs 140 people and requires a 360-space overflow car park just to handle Tuesday afternoon crowds. Why? Because of the brand. The brewery, Hawkstone, born because Clarkson couldn't sell his barley at a fair price. He turned a cheap raw commodity into a premium consumer product. Hawkstone's sales rocketed from 7.8 M to 21.3 million pounds in a single year, making it the fastest growing brewer in Britain. Take the land away, and the show dies. Take the show away, and the brand dies. Take the brand away, and the pub is just another empty country local. It is a perfectly closed loop. And then came April 2026. The British government announced massive changes to agricultural property relief, stripping the full tax exemption from estates worth over £1 million. Clarkson led tens of thousands of farmers to Parliament in protest. Journalists accused him of just protecting his own pockets. The media predicted this tax would dismantle the Diddlysquat empire. But the developers circling his land missed one crucial detail. The Amazon cameras were rolling the entire time. This is Clarkson's ultimate financial superpower, something no developer can replicate. His problems are his product. The council blockades gave him Series 2. The tax wars gave him Series 5. Every time the establishment takes a swing at him, they write his next script, fund his next Amazon contract, and make the public love him more. But this empire has a single point of failure: time. Clarkson has just turned 65. The inheritance tax loophole hits hard. If he stops farming, the show stops. If the show stops, the brand deflates, and the $30 million empire reverts to being just $12.5 million of beautiful, quiet, ordinary dirt. So, what do you think? Is Jeremy Clarkson the sharpest accidental investor in British history? A man who understood the value of physical scarcity long before the market caught up? Or did he just get incredibly, stubbornly lucky? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'm reading the replies.